On a lighter note now, C. Mark and John Mark joining us from Warren and Griffin, Chattanooga's preeminent law firm. Gentlemen, good morning to you both.
Good morning, Chip, and thank you so much for those words.
Absolutely.
Thank you for those
Heartfelt.
words.
It's just
prayers.
senseless to
It is.
think something like that.
You know,
could
and it was
happen.
amazing that law enforcement got there within 14 minutes.
Yep.
From the call to taking care of the threat, 14 minutes. And how many lives were saved because of that action right there?
There is no telling. I'm sure we're going to find out more as that story
And like,
continues
there's plenty of
to
questions.
unfold.
We all have to ask ourselves, what can we all do?
Yeah.
And, you know, from the least of us to the most powerful, we need to do something about
Yeah,
this
but
problem.
again, hug those children tight.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
you never know when it could
Yes,
be
sir.
the last time.
Absolutely. And parents feel that same way also when their kids get in cars. You should also, when your teenager gets into cars, we're going to talk about Nvr Txt Drv Day coming up April the 24th, but also we have also the 100 deadliest days of summer that starts in Memorial Day, that runs through Labor Day, where teenagers tend to roll the windows down, crank the music up, and drive too fast. So parents, hug your teenagers as well, and before they get in the car, make sure that you know where they're going, and they have no more than one passenger in the car with them.
Yeah, and that's something that you guys were very instrumental in getting this no texting law passed here in Tennessee. There's no telling how many lives that have been saved because of that legislation.
Right.
Well, it takes a lot of us to push it forward. We had seen this problem emerging years and years ago, and we decided to make it, you know, part of our DNA is to champion this Nvr Txt Drv because we see it. We see it. People come to our office, the phone calls that we have, texting and driving is a problem. We think we're making progress, but we're not necessarily making progress. We still have almost 3,500 teens killed each year texting and driving, more than 1.6 million accidents per year that involve distracted driving.
Which is so easily avoidable.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's
It's
nothing.
just, you've got to put it top of mind. You have to remind your teenagers it's got to be top of mind, and that's why we do the Nvr Txt Drv once a year. But it's a marketing campaign that we've had for 10 years now. This is the 10th anniversary of our Nvr Txt Drv Day.
So you guys were the early champions, or among the early champions of Nvr Txt Drv, and you made it worthwhile for folks, I mean, financially speaking, to take that pledge.
Well, we wanted to make it fun. We wanted to give an incentive and make it fun.
Which you have done.
And so you take the pledge and you spin the wheel for some prizes. You know?
Give them a reason to show up, and maybe they leave with a little bit of knowledge about what can we do to prevent texting and driving. Parents, you know, 77% of teens actually say we know that it's dangerous, or we see our parents doing it, and they end up doing it because they say, well, mom and dad do it.
And here's a chance for kids, young adults, what have you, to be smarter than your parents.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Right.
I mean, every kid
most
wants the
teenagers-
edge on their parents, right?
Most teenagers already think they're smarter than their parents.
Sure.
Okay? So prove it.
Here's a way to
Show
prove
it to
it.
us. You know, put your phone away. It's hands-free Tennessee. You know, first off, it was Nvr Txt and Drv, and we saw an uptick because people would actually have their phone out and glance down and text. So now it's hands-free completely. No cell phones in the car. Use your Bluetooth.
Texting and driving or distracted driving, there's a 400% increase in the likelihood that you're going to be involved in a crash. It takes 5 seconds to respond to a text.
Yeah.
98% of teens feel like they need to respond to a text or an email within 5 minutes.
Listen,
So
you're right.
It's just, they just need to put the phone down.
How about this? You know, texting and driving is more dangerous than driving drunk. It's safer to drive drunk than text and drive. That's
and we
terrible.
all know how stupid that is.
Yes.
I mean, there's no two ways around it.
Right.
We only have 60 seconds or so less, but you do have Nvr Txt Drv Day coming up at your office, and that's going to be when?
April the 28th from 10 to 2.
What's going to be involved?
It's going to have, first off, we have Griffin's hot dogs. We always have that, you know.
The best.
Yes, the best. We're going to have the prize wheel. Take the pledge. We're going to also be doing our podcast, 2 Marks, 1 Mic, live from Nvr Txt Drv Day. And so join us for our live podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, if I was going to name a podcast I think that's a perfect name for it. 2 marks, 1 mic. It's perfect.
We've thought about 2 mouths
Yes,
and
I
2
think
marks, but we changed it to
2 marks is much
Right.
better. Again, you can stop by the Warren and Griffin office and take the Never Text and Drive pledge at any point. If you have taken it, come down and do it again.
Right.
Date again?
April 28th,
And it's going to be in the parking lot outside your
736
office.
Georgia Avenue.
Here at
You
the Dome
can't
Building.
beat it. Griffin's Hot Dogs. They will have some other fun prizes as well. Find out more by checking out the website, warrenandgriffin.com. That's warrenandgriffin.com. And we will be right back.